Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. My name's Dominic, CEO and founder here at Cameron James. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about the fact that 60% of UK final salary or DB schemes are in a deficit. So what does this mean? Does it mean they have no money? You're not going to get your pensions? Not necessarily. But what it does mean is there's systemic problems in the final salary pension in the UK. To use an example, it's exactly the same as a state benefit pension in the UK. When they began the state benefit pension, obviously they didn't expect you guys to live to 80, 90, 100. So in fairness to the UK government, it's not really their fault that the state pension is costing them a huge amount of money to fund it on an ongoing basis. And it's more than likely every year for the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years, we're going to see the state pension cut and cut and cut and the benefits reduced and reduced because in fairness, the UK government is getting a super rough deal now. Obviously, they're having to pay out huge amounts of money which they didn't predict. It's exactly the same in the final salary sector, but it's even worse because they index link your money, they revalue your money to ensure that it keeps up to the cost of inflation, etc., etc. So the Pension Protection Fund and the TPR released the results on an ongoing basis to help us understand what the assets and liabilities of the UK final salary schemes are. Currently speaking, there's a £200 billion deficit in the UK final salary scheme market, up 40 billion from the year before. That's not good figures. So it's gone from 160 billion in deficit to 200 billion in deficit. Now, these are pretty big figures, but you have to remember we are dealing with very, very large institutions here. Yeah, so it's effectively unavoidable for the majority of people, 60% of people, your UK final salary scheme will be in deficit. Now, some of them have a recovery plan in place to outline how they're going to help over the course of time to make assets meet the liabilities. However, these final salary schemes are fighting a losing battle. People are living longer, more technology, more advanced. It's difficult for them. And also, they're not allowed to take a very high level of risk with the assets inside the pension scheme because they have to take an average of everyone. Some people are very, very low. Some people are very high, very adventurous. It doesn't matter inside the DB scheme. They can't be seen to be losing your money. So they would rather make small but stable returns rather than having been able to go for more adventurous returns to catch up with the liabilities of the scheme. So one thing you can do is check out and reach out to your existing scheme. Ask them what their existing deficit is. Is it going up? Is it going down? What is the recovery plan? How are they planning to fix this? And for a lot of clients, they'd say, whatever, not interested, but it could become very important for you later in life. And then it leads to the topic of conversation saying, okay, because your scheme has a deficit doesn't mean that you need to transfer out. But it's certainly a factor of consideration. It's also important to note that if your scheme were to become insolvent in a worst case scenario, you would still be protected by the Pension Protection Fund in the UK that honours 90 to 100% of your pension scheme annuity payments for the remainder of your life, depending upon if you've reached a normal retirement age or not. So it's not all terrible, and it doesn't mean that you're not going to get your pension, but it's a lot of drama. It's a lot of hassle. Whilst for a lot of clients, a transfer out at this stage, managing the pot themselves correctly with their financial advisor, they may well actually be able to outperform the performance of their DB scheme if they're at least of a balanced attitude to risk, a higher attitude to risk over the law of averages, you would outperform your UK scheme. So quick caveat there for anyone who is low risk or low for capacity for loss, stop even thinking about a pension transfer. You should stick with your UK scheme because it's certainly probably going to be the best thing for you. I can't say certainly, that's not right with compliance, but it would almost certainly not be the correct advice for you. So guys, I hope that's been helpful for you today. If you do have any questions about deficits, your specific scheme, we do have a list of all the schemes we work with and their current deficit levels, normally to the closest 10 million or 100 million based on the last time we spoke with them. Obviously, if you want that information for us, we're more than happy to provide it. And if you want to get in touch, head over to the website, check us out and leave an inquiry. You can call the office in the UK, or you can even book in the Calendly link in the description to have a free initial DB consultation. Thank you guys, and speak with you soon.